My name is Shirley. I am with the mayor's office. I work in the budget department. So before we get started, I'm going to turn this mic over to our mayor. Once.
What was the word, Manny? Oh, sorry, I overheard your conversation. Aloha, my name is Rick Bisson, and I'm honored to be your mayor. I just want to talk about my department, and I apologize that I'm going to have to leave after I make my introductions, because ironically, you folks are going to share with us your requests for funds. I need to go lobby the state legislature at a meeting with the finance committee who's in town to ask for our monies that we would like from the legislature. Just so happens that was scheduled, and then of course this got scheduled for the same night. So in the office of the mayor, we have the Office of Economic Development. Our director is Luana Mahi. We have the Office of Community Development Block Grant, which our director administrator is Patience Kahula, who may come up and who will be speaking a little bit. And then we have the Office of Communications. Our chief is Mahina Martin. And we have our chief of staff, who is Leo Kairis, who is responsible for, as his title suggests, the staff, our executive assistants. And we also have the Office of Innovation. Did I miss any department, any divisions? Oh, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting the main people putting this on. We have the Office of Budget. Maria Zelinsky is our director for that department. So what I will do, and again, Leo will sit up here. So the way this is going to work tonight, you guys will come and tell us. Some of you have been here for many, many years. You've come to our budget hearings, so same pattern. Let us know what your requests are, your needs are, and then this is not a question and answer situation or setup. Just tell us what you need to know. Everything's being taken down. It'll be given to the right directors. However, after we're done taking testimony, you're free to come up and engage with any of our directors, and all of our departments are here tonight. So please feel free to do that. I'm going to call on who's ever ready to speak next to come up. And I think if we can start getting lined up down here, we'll go through this a little quicker. Yes, we can start from the ends and work our way down. Thanks. Thank you, ma'am. Remember who you are.
Good evening. My name is Jack Culp. I'm with the Finance Department. I'm here with Marcy Martin. She's also with the Finance Department. Finance Department has 6 components to it. The Director's Office, which has responsibilities for administration and compliance. And actually, the Maui County Transit Accommodations tax is there too. We also have the Division of Accounting, which has payroll, accounts payable. So if you haven't gotten paid, don't call me, call them. They also do other things associated with the auditing of the county every year. We have DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles and Licensing, which issues licenses to everyone as well as to your vehicles. We have the Purchasing Division, which also does the RFPs that we put out and the POs that we use. Real Property Tax Assessment, which is Marcy's area. They do the assessment of the valuations for property taxes. And then Treasury, which does 2 basic things, which one is to collect the taxes for property taxes, and the other is to manage the cash for the county. And that's what Treasury does, and Finance and Real Property Tax Assessments. Thank you.
Aloha, good evening, everyone. My name is Andrew Martin. I'm the prosecuting attorney. I'm here with my first deputy, Shelly Miyashiro. Our department intakes approximately 4,000 cases a year. That includes traffic offenses, misdemeanor offenses, petty misdemeanor offenses, and felonies, of which we intake over 1,400 a year. For those felonies, we charge approximately half, and then our deputies try those cases in court. They handle all the appeals. And we also handle liquor adjudication board matters. In order to handle that workload, we have 31 deputies currently in the office. They're spread out among several different divisions, including our district court or misdemeanor and traffic division, our circuit court, which is all where our felony matters are handled, an appellate division, and a felony screening unit, which intakes all the felony cases and makes charging decisions. In addition to the deputies and the work that we do in the courtroom as lawyers, we have a team of investigators on hand that assists us in investigating matters. And we also have a staff of victim witness counselors that serves to provide information about the criminal justice system and resources to victims of crime for those who are affected by crime within the community. We also have an incredible staff, over 50 individuals who assist our deputies and are the ones, honestly, that make us look good in court. So it's a total staff of over 80, and we serve you in terms of ensuring public safety every day. So thanks for listening and letting us be here.
Aloha, good evening, folks. My name is Mimi Desjardins. I'm the First Deputy Corporation Counsel. Our department handles all legal matters for the county other than those that are handled prosecuting attorney's office. And we're generally divided into two parts. We have a litigation section where we handle lawsuits either against the county or lawsuits that are initiated by the county. And then we also have a counseling and drafting section. And in that section, we do things like we counsel boards and commissions. We help the legislative branch with their drafting of ordinances. We attend council meetings. You've probably seen us on Akaku helping to provide legal support to the council, to the committees, to the boards and commissions. We also provide legal support for the administrative branch and all the departments. We have approximately 24 deputies in our department. We have a significant staff that also, as Mr. Martin said, make us look good in the job that we do. We really rely heavily on them. I'm really pleased to be here this evening and look forward to your testimony. Thank you.
I get the great pleasure of going after the two attorneys. So hopefully my department sounds a little sexier. I'm Lori Tahako, and I'm the director of the Department of Housing and Human Concerns. So in my department, we do housing and we do human concerns. So human concerns is one of our big budget programs, and it includes senior services as well as the Office on Aging, which serves people who are frail and elderly in their homes. We also have a grants management division that administers all the grant funding that the county gives out to nonprofits. We have an immigrant services division as well as a homeless division. And we also have an early childhood resource center and a volunteer center. Our housing department, our housing division handles our Section 8 voucher program, as well as all of the county programs geared specifically to housing, like first-time home buyers and residential workforce housing agreements with developers for affordable housing funds. So I'll be here, and after you're done making your statements and everything, please feel free to come and talk story and let us know what your needs are. Okay, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hello, good evening. My name is Garen Fujioka. I am the Deputy Fire Chief for the Fire and Public Safety. With me tonight is my Assistant Chief, Jeff Giese. Basically, we oversee fire stations, obviously the fire department and ocean safety. So 14 stations throughout Maui County, and our ocean safety division, which I believe we're at 11 towers, I believe. Throughout Maui County. Total, we got a little over 400 employees. And obviously, you guys know the situation we're in. We have a very busy year, so I'll be right there if you have any questions.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Shane Agawa. I'm the Director of Environmental Management. Under our department, we have 3 divisions. We have Solid Waste Division. So they oversee refuse collection, landfills, white goods collection. We also have wastewater, which is sewer. We also have EP&S division, which is environmental protection and sustainability. They handle recycling, environmental programs. They handle grants, recycling grants, green grants, abandoned vehicles. And the biggest thing right now in Central Maui, budget-wise, we're trying to propose a new wastewater treatment facility in the Waikapu area. I'll be sitting there, so if you have any questions about our new budget coming up, feel free to stop by.
Aloha. My name is Kela Tom. I'm the Assistant Chief of Police for the my police department. We have three different branches. ISP, investigative services, like the detectives, the vice guys. We have support services, our IT guys, and then we have uniform services, which is what I cover. So I have 6 districts. Everything on Maui, Molokai, Lanai, Hana. We have the receiving desk, traffic division, community, CRS guys, sorry. I have so much guys under me. It's like I have 3/4 of the department under me. So, but yeah, we're here to answer any questions tonight. What you guys got about our budget? So thanks.
Aloha, good evening. My name is Jordan Molina. I'm the director with the Department of Public Works. Public Works, we oversee the county's roads, bridges, and drains. We also administer the building codes. So within Public Works, we have 3 divisions. We have our Development Services Administration. They work out of the Kahului Service Center at the permit office. We also have our Engineering Division that handles all our major projects based up in Wailuku. And then we have our Highways Division, to which we have our 6 districts out in every, across the county, Molokai, Hana, Lahaina, Makua, and Wailuku. For Central, our biggest project we are working on right now is our Waiale extension, which is going to take the end of Waiale Road out in Waikapu further past the plantation in support of that Waikapu project that's being planned right now. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Pat McCall. I'm the Director of the Department of Parks and Recreation. And when the mayor hired me, he said it was my job to cut the grass and clean the restrooms, and he lied. Okay, so we have multiple divisions. We have the Aquatics Division, the Recreation Support Services, Planning and Development, Maintenance and Construction, and the Permits and Enforcement Division. About 410 positions, many of which are open right now. And please see our Department of Personnel Services if you're interested in working for the Parks Department. And we have a relatively large footprint here in the Kahului and Wailuku area, with multiple projects going on from Kepaniwai over to the District Park, also at War Memorial and the Keopulani complex. I'll be sitting down there. We'd be very happy to hear your suggestions regarding our upcoming budget. All right, thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jared Kaho'o Hanohano. I'm the Deputy Director of the Liquor Department. We got 3 divisions. Our front office support staff division handles everything in the front office, takes phone calls, collects payments. Our licensing division, they deal with all the licensing, liquor license permits and applications. Our enforcement guys, our enforcement division, they enforce all the rules of the Liquor Commission and state laws that deal with liquor. I'll be sitting in the far corner there. If you have any questions, please feel free to come and talk to me.
Good evening. I'm Joey Fernandez. I'm representing the Department of Transportation. I'm their Transportation System Analyst. So we run everything Maui Bus. We have everything fixed. We do fixed route. We do a commuter. We have human services, paratransit, and we also have airmedic and now parking. So we work alongside with the Maui Metropolitan Planning Organization. So they do our planning and our grants, and we work with them. So we do everything Maui Bus. So if you have any questions for us, I'll be at the end.
Aloha, everyone. My name is Kathleen Ross Aoki, and I'm the Director of Planning. In the Planning Department, we have the Zoning and Enforcement Division that handles standards and development and land use determinations, and also enforces on those that violate the zoning code. Upstairs, we have a long range division. Long range division handles all your community plan updates, Maui Island plan updates, and any kind of plans that relate to land use. In the current division, we have planners that process land use permits. So things like a change in zoning or community plan amendment. We have the coastal environmental team, and then the other team that does the land use permits. We also have a newer, smaller division that started in 2015 called the Plan Implementation Division. There's 3 people in that division, and their focus is trying to implement projects that are in the plan. Thank you.
Aloha mai kakou wau ko hela. I'm the Deputy Director for the Department of Agriculture. Currently, we're like the new kids on the block, just building out the capacity within our department to further advocate and assist for agricultural community that's, for me, for a long time, been severely underserved. So I think it's time for us to kind of step up and prioritize agriculture once again. 2 divisions right now, our grants division, and then our second division, which we just started this week, was our food security division, up to identify the trends, voids within our food systems over here and try to prioritize that once again. I'll be somewhere. Look for me. You guys get any questions right there. Okay, mahalo.
Aloha, I'm Kainea Iwohi. I work in the Department of Personnel Services. Our department is responsible for assisting all of these departments with recruiting and filling their vacancies. We are a pretty small department, but if you guys are interested, we have the county right now, we are hiring. I will be sitting at the end table there. Mahalo.
Hi, my name is Jace Miyabuchi, representing the Department of Water Supply. I'm one of the district engineers. So we're broken up into various divisions. We have our engineering division, consisting of district engineers like myself. So we approve permits, subdivisions, do water system analysis. We have our CIP section in charge of new projects to improve the water system. We have our base yard, various base yard locations. They're in charge of the wells, pumps, everyday daily maintenance, and we have our water treatment plant. So our job is to deliver, clean water efficiently to the various areas of Maui County. And if you have any questions, I'll be sitting right over there. Thank you.
Aloha, my name is Patience Kahula. I'm with the Community Development Block Grant Program Office. I am the Program Director, and I'm here with Chef Kauha'a, sitting at the end. Our program is federally funded, and our main objective is to provide grant funds to nonprofit agencies, private entities, and/or government departments for the purposes of promoting viable housing opportunities and expanded economic opportunities. And so we'll be at the far end if you have any questions or comments.
Aloha, good evening, everyone. My name is Josiah Nishita, Deputy Managing Director with the County of Maui, as well as also leading the county's recovery efforts for Office of Recovery, which will be housed in our Department of Management. Really dealing with the long-term recovery functions in the aftermath of the wildfires up in Kula, as well as in Lahaina. Happy to be here tonight. Our department oversees the operations and activities of all the departments and agencies in the county and the administrative side. We really help to try to operationalize Mayor's vision. We will be having a new division set up in our department called the Office of Recovery, which some of you may have heard of. And we'll be happy to take any questions and whatnot after the meeting as well, meet with you individually. Thank you all for being here tonight, and looking forward to the discussion ahead. Thanks.
All right, one last comment before we take testimony. So on July 1st, we started our budget cycle, as you probably all know. And then on August 8th, we had something happen to us here. And because of that, I asked all of these directors and all of their departments to find a 5% cut in their budgets that they had just started with. And that's what they're operating under now. They've had to look through their department and find where they could make that. In our next budget cycle, we intend to submit that same budget, not more of a cut, but not an increase. That same 5% budget cut that they took is what we're gonna operate under. And the reason for that, some of you who were impacted, who are homeowners in Lahaina, will be receiving a refund check if you paid your property taxes. Obviously, you don't have your home, and we're gonna give you back your money if you already paid it. If you haven't paid it yet, we're not gonna collect it from you. That's about a $20 million revenue shortfall for the county. Of course, it's the right thing to do, to give that back to those folks. And that's why we had to go find that money from our departments. Altogether, it was almost $30 million lost in revenue from sewer revenue, money that people pay their sewer bill, their water bills. Those things were all impacted by the fires. So again, we welcome your comments. We'll turn it over to Shirley. Thank you folks for all coming this evening.
Thank you, Mayor. Before we get started, I want to address our council member, Tasha Kama, who's in the crowd. Welcome, Tasha. Okay, we're going to start with our first testifier, and that's going to be Kupono. Just to let you know, it's 3 minutes testifying, okay? So we're going to keep it at 3 minutes so that we can get through everybody. The school closes down at about 7, so we got to make sure that we stay within our time frame so we can get out of here. Okay, thank you.
Ano ay kako Mayor Business and the County Department Directors. I'm Kupono Lucero, and I'm the Program Director for Maui Recovery Center. It's a nonprofit agency. We're only one of 2 in the entire state of Hawaii that provide services for pregnant and women children, pregnant women and their children, and we allow the children to live with the moms while they're in services. Currently, we're expanding our services to provide licensed mental health clinicians as part of our program. The women will receive trauma-responsive interventions such as EMDR, brain spotting, somatic therapy, culture, and trauma-based therapy. In addition to having a regular meeting with a substance use disorders counselor for treatment, and I just want to follow you for continuing to support our program in Maui.
Hello everyone, my name is Toby Galangos. I'm actually a counselor and previous time out of Hawaii. I did the treatment program pregnant with a 6-year-old suffering from substance abuse from meth and heroin. I came to Malama to get help, and they provide me with 6 years of sobriety. And being a previous client and now working there, so I see both sides of the whole agency. The services that they provide is inpatient and residential and outpatient services. They also do mental health services and therapy services, counseling sessions. They also have an early learning center that helps some mothers do treatment with their children. So instead of taking away the kids, right, they're offering that service to do treatment and get better, and then have their children be taken care of in the back of our facility. I'm just asking I don't know what it's looking like, what the grant is. We are an all nonprofit, so we run strictly off of grants and the fundings of donations. I'm looking to ask for an increase. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I am. Because honestly, it's a very high work. But we are working with mothers on top of our own frustrations of life. We're dealing with the frustrations of others. And on top of the impact of the virus, what everybody's going through, we're seeing a huge increase of women suffering from substance abuse, and they're homeless on the streets with their kids. And we don't have enough space for all of them. And it breaks my heart. Our facility is too small, and we're the only facility in the nation, or not the nation, but 2 in Hawaii that deal with this. So I'm asking for, more money so we can support the women here. You take away their children, they got nothing left to fight for. It's over for them. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna take 3 kids before we go continue on to number 3. So I'm gonna call up Huna. Huna Wells.
Hi, my name is Hina Wells. I'm a sophomore. I've been attending. Over the years, I've had the opportunity to participate in so many activities like volunteering with my food Novel Aloha, and Adopt a Highway. By far, my favorite experience has been was the convention camp I attended in Molokai called Camp Ko'oli. 16 of us received training in bullying, suicide, alcohol, and dating prevention. It gave me the chance to step out of my comfort zone and make new friends, who I still keep in touch with today. I'm looking forward to contributing to our preventive pastoral called Maui Connection. Thank you for your support and continued funding and your resources. And what do you vote?
Aloha Waikato. My name is Manny Zupa and I'm 16 years old. I attend Kinkekolika High School in Kula, where I am currently a junior in the Hawaiʻi learning program. My sister and I recently joined the MEO Lead Service program at the end of summer. As a participant in the program, I have been able to meet students from other schools and make this program has given me the chance to serve my community through various volunteer opportunities. We also spent time learning about mental health and prevention topics such as bullying and suicide awareness. My favorite memory so far has been the Ohana BBQ at Kihei Skate Park. It was so much fun learning how to inline skate and the other families who are part of this program. Thank you for your time and being features that help kids like me become better community members and community teachers.
Derek Kahalikai.
Hello, good evening. My name is Derek K. Kahalikai, and I'm here to request the continued financing of MEO's Head Start program. Speaking from personal experience, my son going through the program, it works. I just got his current report card from his kindergarten class or preschool class, kindergarten class, and he's on track, and I jotted that up for him going through the Head Start program. If it wasn't for their skills and the fundamental learning that he learned from the Head Start program, I don't think he would be as successful as he is today. And that goes for every child that goes through that program. So please and thank you. Have a nice night.
Aloha, my name is Keisha. My daughter goes to the Maui Head Start. I'm here today to express my gratitude to the county for supporting funding for the MEO Head Start and extending the school year. This is my second year with MEO and it feels just as great as it did 10 years ago. This program has truly provided a safe environment for my daughter and great education. The teachers and staff are what make this program what it is today. The way they care and support the parents and children are amazing. And also having this program extending the school hours allows me to go back to work and provide for my family. Mahalo for that. Mahalo for listening to my request and please continue support funding for MEO Head Start. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm here speaking on behalf of a parent. I am a teacher. I'm currently a teacher at MEO or at UHMC Head Start. And since this is a testimony from one of my families, her name is Jolene Gohort. Okay, I have been very fortunate to have been chosen to be a part of the MEO for the second time. The first time was 20 years ago when my grandson needed special needs for a hearing disability, and now for my daughter who is currently in UHMC preschool. They are very efficient in all areas. I'm not financially stable where I could pay for a preschool myself. I do believe and always pursue any education for all children. MEO was given this opportunity to forward with special needs education and make good health choices. I do consider MEO as a blessing. I'm a resource giver, and I'm aware of so many foster children that surely could and would need help from MEO. It has been comforting to know and help my family to have such an organization that works for any person, any age, and surely does not discriminate for any reason. MEO is good, hard workers for the people of Maui. They all have been involved with us from the beginning and continue to be there for our needs. With all this said, I pray MEO will continue to get all the grants they need to continue to work on Maui. Thank you.
Scott Lapis.
Good evening, everyone. First, I just wanted to thank you all for your service over these unprecedented times. And it needs to be recognized for everything that you've done. We're very appreciative. I stand before you today not only as a representative of Gross and Good, or a small nonprofit working farm school initiatives and community food systems initiatives, but also a member of our community. During this challenging budget session, I urge you to consider our community and school gardens' vital role in our collective healing and recovery efforts. Our gardens serve as wellness sanctuaries, offering participants solace and healing amid the turmoil that provides spaces where individuals can reconnect with nature, find peace in nurturing plants, and experience the therapeutic benefits of working with the land. As we rebuild our communities, investing in these spaces is an investment in the well-being of our people. Furthermore, our gardens are more than just plots of land. They're classrooms of resilience. Through the act of tending to these gardens, our students and community members learn the invaluable lesson of resilience, the ability to weather storms, both literal and the wildfires have tested our community's mettle, and by continuing to support programs like ours, we reinforce the spirit of resilience that will carry us all forward. In addition to fostering personal resilience, these gardens catalyze economic diversification and job creation. They create local employment opportunities, offering vital income sources. By investing in sustainable agricultural initiatives, the county can stimulate economic recovery within our community, lessening the reliance on external economic factors like tourism. Community connection, another crucial facet of our gardens, takes on renewed significance in the aftermath of disasters. Our gardens are hubs where students and families unite, they share stories, and they support one another. They foster a sense of belonging and remind us that we are not alone in our struggles. By nurturing, stay away from the speaker. By nurturing these connections, we strengthen the social fabric that holds our community together, helping us heal. Amidst the healing and rebuilding, our gardens serve as classrooms of environmental stewardship. They teach us the importance of nurturing our environment, promoting sustainable practices, and respecting the delicate balance between humans and nature. As we recover from the wildfires, we must educate our community about the significance of these principles. By doing so, we restore the land and ensure a more sustainable and resilient future. So in conclusion, the county has been incredibly supportive of our organization for many years. So I want to thank OED, the Office of the Mayor, Department of Agriculture specifically, for helping continue these programs. So please do consider them as you're looking at your budgets this year. Thank you all so much.
Aloha and good evening, directors. My name is Kelly Malu Pearson, and I'm honored to serve as the CEO for the Boys and Girls Maui for the past 9 years. I want to start off by saying that our hearts and prayers continue to be with our families who were impacted by the fires. And thank you all for working so hard to support our entire community. I'm here tonight really to thank you all and the County of Maui for your partnership for the past 25 plus years as we continue to carry our mission of inspiring and enabling all young people, especially those who need us most, especially during these critical times, to become responsible, productive, and caring citizens. Thank you for your trust in us. Please be assured that we will continue to utilize your investment to take the best care of our children and teens, which also helps Maui's working families. We pride ourselves on bringing in resources from other agencies outside of our community and investors to leverage our budget. With these funds, we operate 6 clubhouses that provide innovative services and quality programs for our community. During the past 3 years, we have been agile in our operations to respond to our community's needs. In fact, today I spent most of my day out in West Maui where we had close to 200 people come to pick up Halloween costumes, footwear, backpacks, soap, family board games, and other great items. While this is a very trying and challenging time for our community's families and youth, there are positive things transpiring for our young people. We will continue to do what we need to do as we all rebuild our beautiful Maui together. Mahalo.
Daniel Kulagoyo.
Aloha. I haven't been to this Maui Community College in over 35 years. I feel like I'm speaking to Dorothy Pyle or Dr. Frederickson. How many of you were there Tuesday night to hear me speak? How many of you weren't? Okay, this is for you. As I told Chief Casey, by the way, did you look to Americans first? Oh, yeah, come on, man. How you, Carl? How you? As I told Chief Brother Brad, yep, classmate, Bowden High School, right? Alumni, right? I told him, did he tell you what I told him that night? No. To update your standard of care, right? Chief, you know what I'm talking about? Standard of care? Yep. Which is dated 2 fire chiefs ago, Jeff Murray, signed by Alan Arakawa. Yeah? Update it, give it to the mayor, my cousin, so he can sign. That's your CYA, okay? And I don't expect your budget to decrease 1 bit. So Tom, how are you? Good. Who is Clayton Tom to you? Cousin. Cousin, good. I like Uncle Clayton. As I told the chief, his budget should not be diminished 1 penny either. Okay? We're not defunding the police. Okay? Because Manny said. Okay? I don't care what's going on between the chief and my cousin. Yeah? You guys are the only 2 guys that are not appointed by the mayor. You agree? Okay. But still take care of my cousin. Okay? Because the last time I testified on a committee like this, previous administration, and I asked them, I want you to fund, where's the water guy? Raise your hand. You remember? I said, you're missing one funding for the Kihei side. You remember? I said, go fund Uncle Art Madera's guy's project over there by Pu'ukali. You remember? Admin, you turned my call? Zilch. Or you maybe tell Uncle Hayden I said hi. Last time I saw you was Molokai and John Abrams School of Medicine. How are you, Mr. Martin?
Well, sir.
How's Ben Lorenzo doing?
He's doing very well.
He better do good.
Yeah.
His father was my defense attorney. See the environmental guy, he laughing, huh? How you brought up? What's your first name right now? Jane. Jane. Do you know what the FEMA compliance lady called Chelsea Klein told me the other day? I don't have to comply with any NDPES permits. Is that true? I want you to go find out for me. Got it? Ken, you need my number? You know who I am? You find out, you know. So to every one of you over here, to get appointed by the mayor, I expect you to cover his 6, because I'm covering his 6 from afar as well. Where's the chief of staff? How you, brother? Got any stress, huh?
Little bit.
You like this job?
Love it.
Good. So in closing, I love this island. And what went happen to Long Island is unacceptable. I will hold everyone accountable. Generations to acquire real property, wealth, and a mortgage-free home has been wiped out. And it'll take 3 more generations for Vika Casco. I grew up there, boy, when he was small. You see him cry? Made me cry. Samaritan's Purse, what was the one I told you, brother, to look up? Project Dynamo. There's the haves and the have-nots on Maui, my home. So, okay, I love you. I'm sorry for your loss. I will hold them accountable. Love you.
Evening. Thank you for allowing me to testify today on Rescue Foundation's Community Education Animal Center in Waihehe. My name is Dawn Fendler, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer and co-founder for the organization also known as HARP. HARP was established in 2011 with its primary focus on pet adoption and humane education. Over the years, our scope of work expanded to include partnerships with animal welfare organizations statewide, the Department of Education, and numerous youth at risk organizations, such as the Friends of the Children's Justice of Maui, Center of Maui, and the Second Circuit Court. We also provide no-cost and low-cost spay neuter services to the community, and we are currently the only organization on the island rescuing and rehabilitating livestock in need. In 2017, we purchased 10 acres of land in Waihehe, Maui. The property is nestled between the beautiful Pacific Ocean and the lush West Maui Mountains. It is an ideal place to heal, learn, and grow, a place where those most at risk get a second chance at a new beginning. It is a supportive and nurturing environment that allows traumatized, neglected, and abused animals and children to heal, build resiliency, and learn to trust again. In 2019, we broke ground on phase 1 of the center project, the multi-use barn. Phase 1 is currently 95% complete. The barn will house homeless dogs and rescued farm animals, have space for staff and volunteers, provide gathering spaces for youth enrichment activities and veterinary services, and it will provide a home for HARP's humane education programs that are vital to this community. The county committed $250,000 for the completion of this project in their fiscal budget 2023. The project is coming to an end with the final report being filed by the end of the year. We'll be getting that shortly. Completion of this project is critical now more than ever. The Maui wildfire disasters required us to expedite the occupancy of the space, increase increase our capacity and expand services sooner than we anticipated. We are making do with what we have until completion. Prior to the fires, we were already experiencing an island-wide crisis with more animals being surrendered due to a lack of pet-friendly housing. Now the problem is tenfold. The Maui Humane Society has been at capacity for an extended period of time now. They currently have 24 dog kennels, and they are using overflow play yards to create additional space to house animals. The completion of our project will include 22 additional kennels, almost doubling the capacity of dog rescue in our community. The wildfires exacerbated an already existing animal crisis in our community. With the rising cost of living, a lack of affordable and pet-friendly housing, and a post-pandemic and wildfire disaster mental health crisis, it has put a strain on community resources like never before. With your help, we can fill the gap in service. And we ask for your continued support in the next fiscal year. Thank you so much.
Stephen West.
Well, directors, first off, I would like to thank you for your service. These are very difficult times that we're all facing, and like somebody said, we have to begin to be comfortable being uncomfortable. What we're facing, first off, I'm Stephen West. I'm here on behalf of the ILWU and our members. We have a couple asks. The first ask is for childcare. Many of the homes that were lost in the Lahaina area were multi-generational, like the brother said, generational wealth disappeared overnight. We had aunties, uncles, mothers, fathers watching children. No more. As well, we need to provide an avenue for them to rebuild. Our organization is asking that there be no reconstruction fees assessed by the county for those homes that were destroyed by the fire. Lastly, our organization is asking for more funding for mental health, mental counseling, care. We're expecting that, we're hoping that this doesn't happen, but we're very concerned about, loss of life. Many people have just up and left, but the ones who are staying here on a thread. They've lost their families, they've lost their homes, they need hope. So I don't want to take any more of your time, but I do want to thank you for your service. I greatly appreciate our organization, appreciates it, but we deeply ask for these things. Thank you for your time. All wonderful evening.
Cesar.
Aloha. Hello, everyone. I wanted to take this opportunity to first say thank you to you for all your dedication, your work, and all your help during this past 3 months. I know it has been tough for many of you, and of course for all those who were affected this past August 8th and 9th, and Ula, Olinda, and Lahaina. I know some of you might be asking, this guy has an accent, how he's affected by those. I'm married to a local girl, and through our family, our relatives, actually we lost 11 homes in Lahaina. 11 houses in the Florida. My wife's family, we've been married for 31 years. So yes, even though I might not be born and raised here, indirectly, my family was affected. So I do wanna say thank you to that. I know the fire department, the police department, the water, everybody has been busy doing a lot of work and I do appreciate that. So thank you very much. I'm here to testify on behalf of the Washington Center. This year we are celebrating 50 years. We opened up in 1973. Right now we house in 24 different agencies. American Red Cross, United Way, Huino Kelupono, Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies, Nakekiwe Malia, and many more are actually housed at the center. And those agencies, they are directly involved in providing services. And many of the services, because of what happened, especially with Maui, are now being provided from the council. So we are grateful that we're able to do something. We want to be there. We want to help the community. So in regards to that, we're here to request for our line item to extend our path access into the center. We have a driveway, but we don't have an actual sidewalk into the facility. And we do have people that come from Kahului, Wailuku, and bicycle or walking, or even from Kaiser or the hospital. And there is a driveway, but for 50 years somehow we forgot to put an access path. So we are here to request that. It's something that's needed, and especially now with people asking us to wheelchairs or walkers or things of that nature. So with that, I want to say mahalo. Thank you and good night.
Kaena Alavan.
Alhamdulillah kako pakai hafal. Awal no kaena elevan menua no pula mayo no makuliki manamakan nai. No kihe mayo alohanui ko mau kiki. Kame ike ia palapalana oko ke ia mahope. Hiki pahi alako ke helu ke ia mahope. E kahi mo makahiki a. First off, I want to I support the MEO youth as well. I have a couple nephews that have gone through the program. I want to support the community and school gardens. I know that's great for the Kiki. We're trying to implement something in Hawaiʻi immersion for our Kiki at the moment. I remember sitting down at a Kula Country Farm one day, eating with my son, and this was right after we just started thinking about creating a garden for our kids at Hawaiʻi Elementary. And these Kiki walked by and they're like, "Oh, it feels like we're in this fantasy world, you know," and that's how it made them feel. So if we can provide that feeling for our Kiki, something that takes them away from, especially now, all these hard times that are happening. I think that's great. I also want to support the request for mental health. I know our people in the county, our community members could really use it coming up here in the future. One thing I came here for, I missed the country meeting, not going to be able to make it to Kihei, but in 2013 there was a park that burned down in Halepi'ilani. Once again, there was a park that burned down in Halepi'ilani. I testified on this in 2016 or 2017, again in 2020. I just pulled up the transcript from this in 2020, seeing that I had testified to it 3 years or 4 years prior to that. And still to today, there's no park and no playground for our kids up there. It was burnt down when I was 15 years old. I'm 35 now, so that's 20 years that this community has not had a playground. So please put it in your budget to get a playground for our Kiki up there. Another thing is Pukalani Park. I'd like to see some maintenance for Pukalani Park, the playground area for the kids, even a possibility of moving the park somewhere that is more visible. Right now it's kind of tucked away and it's not able to be seen by a lot of Makua and community members. If Kiki are down there playing, it can be vandalized easily. So a possible move for that. And lastly, infrastructure upgrade for water up in Kula. In the past 3 years, I've lost water for a total of 5 months. So infrastructure upgrade for sure. And lastly, county grants for startup farmers. I've recently gone to a MEO grant opportunity for farmers, but it's only for farmers that are currently making money and operating now. So I'd like to see a grant for startup farmers so that we can create more farmers in our community, create more jobs out of tourism.
Glenn Adolfo.
Aloha mai takou. My name is Glenn Adolfo. I'm a resident of Waikapu. I'm also a board member of the Waikapu Community Association, also a board member for the Waikapu. Today, and actually I wasn't going to testify, but I decided I'm going to. So I'm here to ask for funding to continue studies on traffic impacts. In our area of Waikapu, we have 5 projects. We have the Kuikahi Villages coming up right underneath Waikapu Heights with 202 workforce home units. We have the Kaulana Mahina project with 324 units. We also have the Waikapu Development Venture project, which will bring 80 single-family homes. And then also the big project would be the Waikapu Country Town project. When completed, would be about 1,433 homes. And also being built right now is the Hawaiian Homes U'unani project. So by the end of all these projects, we're looking at least 2,220 new units coming up in the Waikapu area. And with that, also a new elementary school, a new middle school, and then as was mentioned earlier, the new Central Maui wastewater treatment program. So there's a lot coming up in our area. And I'm here to ask that you guys continue funding for traffic studies to be done in our area, because it's very important that as all these developments come up, that we plan ahead and be proactive. What we find right now in our community is that there are no adequate sidewalks. As we're going home from work at about 4:30, we see kids running on the side of the street, Waiala Road, by Ka'oho Street, and it's a track team. And they run there every day, but they're just pulled away from the traffic because there's no sidewalks. With all the buildings coming up, we have to make sure that everybody can get in and out, the children can get to school safely, and that there's adequate sidewalks for those in the work that will be walking to school and walk safely and away from traffic. Also to make sure that traffic mitigation measures are in place, sidewalks, stop lights, turn lanes to get in and out of the different subdivisions. And we've had Mr. Molina come to our Waikapu Community Association meetings, and we appreciate him being there. So with that, I just want to say thank you very much for all the good work that you folks do. I know these are difficult times, but Maui's strong. We'll stick together and we'll get through it together. Maui.
Yeah, next is fine. I want to be transparent here because that's my husband. I'm going to take the so I'm not sure what he said.
I guess I've already been introduced. I'm here, on behalf of myself, but we also manage, homeowner associations and, apartment associations. First thing is, the county is self-insured. I believe that's the case. It was the case when I was in the county. I believe we better be setting aside a rainy day fund for all the lawsuits and damages and everything else that's gonna come down the pipe. That's very, very important. So as you look at your budget, I think it's crucial that you start doing this. Speaking of insurance, well, we manage a workforce housing project that just got their last owner about a week ago. Their insurance rates went up over 50% from the original quotes we got last year, basically because it's been out of work. And this is another one of what's coming down the pipe. All right, insurance rates for homeowners, for apartment buildings are going to spike. And I called the insurance commissioner, of course, he didn't call me back because I was that concerned. Also, we need to get back to our roots as a local government. The roots of local government were always public safety and public infrastructure. And we cannot stop public infrastructure. Do not cut it out of your CIP. We're already to the point where homes are so expensive, our local people are leaving. We need to provide the infrastructure so we can get development to keep people here. So the last thing, I love the fire department. Sons here in the fire department. Well, as all agencies now, as department heads, it's not business as usual. It will not be business as usual for years to come. So my suggestion for the fire department would be look at taking over EMS. That most major fire departments around the world run EMS. And now is the opportune time. The state pays you to run EMS, and I think when the majority of your calls are EMS, that's something you should really, really look at and I think consider. The other one is the Opticon system. So for those of you who don't know what an Opticon system is, it turns the lights green when emergency vehicles respond. And for the life of me, I don't understand why the Opticon system doesn't work in Central Maui. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't work up country. The only place I knew it was working was probably Lahaina. But the Opticon system will shave minutes and provide safety for our public responders. So, with that being said, did I say too much? Or then when I get home. But anyway, the days are going to change. You guys have a hell of a rough ride. Be prepared for it and think outside the box. Change your paradigms and let's move on. Hello.
Okay, do we have any more testifiers out there that would like to come up and testify?
Hello, may kako. Say na alas ko ano better. I just like to say I've been in the Department of Education for 26 years. And some of the programs that I would like to see come back is one, the DARE program, I have to go look, drug abuse resistance education. I think it ended in 2019. And what was really promising about that program is that it brought, our police officers into our school. It gave our students curriculum to make better choices. And with everything that's happening in our environment and our social affairs, and especially throughout social media, we really need the DARE program back. What I'd like to request also, because we're having a larger community in the Kulakai-Puni community, or the Hawaiʻi community, is to continue to work maybe with Hokuloa, Tau'a, Mr. Sang, I'm not sure if he's still there. And we have other officers who olelo Hawaiʻi, and so we would like them to participate in the drug awareness program as well, and to come into our schools. Another thing I also like to say is to support the Girls Some Good. We've been having them being our partnership at Kulakaya Police School at Bahia, to grow plants, and then also we give it back into the community. And so that's really helping us as well. They also have a Hawaiian culture component, and I've seen throughout the years how they're trying to increase and use Hawaiian words in it as well. And so pleased to continue that program as well. Another thing is if you can kind of work with, I guess, with Maui Bus. I know one of the propositions that was made several years ago or recently was to have our students to take the bus and use that as maybe an alternate way to go to school. If so, if you could please make your bus routes more available to the students and make it closer to the school as well. I wouldn't mind taking the bus if it wasn't so far away from the ES school, but that also provides a safety component so that our students, and especially our high school students who want to play in sports, they may not be able to drive or have their parents drive them. So I know for my son throughout the summer, that's how he went to practice. He had no choice, he had to go and take the bus. And so it gives us that sense of security that the bus stop is right there in front of their school as well. And then it may alleviate the capacity of what we have for the overload that's happening right now in DOE. And if you could also work with our our complex area superintendent in Lahaina to still continue to look for students coming from Lahaina to the feeder schools. One last thing I also like to say for the department, fire department, to work with our principal, because we are surrounded with sugarcane, and they did, clear out the area, but to have a better evacuation plan for us. Maybe work with the Department of Transportation and to clear all the vegetation alongside of the road. And because the gym is being renovated right now, we don't have an evacuation place to go. We just have to go outside of the fence. So if you could please to work with our principal and the Department of Education so that we feel safe and our children feel safe as well. And that's about it. Mahalo.
Anybody else wants to testify?
Aloha kako, o kako irai harasi kuma ko inoa. Those are my thoughts. I really want to see a medevac or helicopter station for the island of Molokai. I don't know if it can be permanent. I have somebody, a pilot there. I lost my dad in May. Took 4 hours. I medevac come to Molokai. I ship him off to Queens.
Sorry, my wife.
That is unacceptable. I don't know what it would take for cases like Molokai and Hana to get the proper treatment, facilities, equipment, and transportation to save somebody's life. 4 hours. It's long. He made it to the operating room. But his body couldn't handle anymore because he was in pain for that long. He left Molokai alive, in pain, breathing, even though there was only a 5% chance Our family took that chance. It was 5 minutes earlier, 10 minutes earlier, 3 hours earlier. Would have been alive today. He has 9 children, 39 grandchildren. And if something was set in place, standard operating procedures to save our community, one life should matter. Every life should matter. I heard that the medevac system or transportation will not be in the budget come December 28th. That is unacceptable. Revisit the budget. Put money into communities who really need it. Never meant for cry, but I just cannot accept that everything was done to save like that. I'm not the only one. I don't live in Molokai, but my entire family is dead. I don't want to go through this again. People that are in Hana shouldn't have to go through this ever. I get a lot more to say, but I just wanted to speak. There's some kind of justice and acknowledgement for my dad and everybody who possibly went through this and hopefully not go through this ever again. I also want to speak. Thank you. I think I'm good. That was really hard. I'm one of the youngest of us 9, so it's hard. What should I say? Oh my gosh.
5 seconds.
Not acceptable. Okay, cut on my mouth. And a huge void. Oh, that's about a huge void that I didn't hear bring up, and in no way I want to take away from the recovery funds and efforts or grants or whatever. Is safe space for our community. Safe space and access to space is huge for healing, especially our native Hawaiian community. We have no space whatsoever for our community to go to. Sorry guys. For our community. We had one space in Lahaina. That was Ke'apahukahu. We all know it's no longer there. That was a safe space for the community of Lahaina and of Maui. We need safe space for emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical healing for our people. Our native Hawaiian people need a space. They need access to space. We need space to educate, to come together, to bring healers from other islands, to create new healers, education on food. We all eat poi, we all eat kala, but why? What is the pilina? What is the connection to you as a Hawaiian? This space is not only for Hawaiians as well. It's also for other ethnicities who call Hawaii their home. They should have the safe space to do. We know there are many cultures in Hawaii in our community who have these spaces who are non-Hawaiian descendants. They have a space to go. They have facilities. They have dojos and missions and I'm sorry, I don't know the proper names. They have community spaces for their own cultures. Hawaiians don't have, guys. We need this space. We need a space to educate our from kupuna, keiki, opio, ohana. We need to be able to heal them individually and as a unit. We need to create more of the intimacy to Aina. We live Aina, we eat from the Aina. We should be able to educate on our Aina and heal from our Aina and with her. They're going past 9 minutes. High schools, we need our own school already. I know it's probably not the budget, but we need our own school already. Punana left to college. Yeah, I never read my phone. But Mahalo Medevac Emergency Services for a safe space for Native Hawaiian and other communities, our own school, we hopefully. And everything from here, we'll be able to share and hear out, heal the community once we have our own. Our own kanaka, bringing in education, tradition, values, protocols to heal our own and other traumas. Okay, I taught Portuguese from my dad, so
Mahalo na rin. If anyone has a question, send it over.
Okay, do we have any more testifiers? Okay, I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. If you want to, our department heads are in front. You can come down and take a, talk with them individually, give them your, what have you. So now is the time. We've got 14 minutes left before the lights go down, so let's go.